What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Figure It Out of the Basement's action figure talk show. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
And today we are doing Quarantine Edition number 3. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the audio-only episodes. Today we're going to be doing another wish list video, and that wish list being...
Top 5 figures we would like to see in the archive line. Yes. They haven't announced Wave 3 yet, right?
Yeah, for some reason, I was revisiting an older video, our thoughts on the archive wave, and I said that Wave 3 was confirmed, but I honestly think I was probably talking out of my ass.
There you
go. I was like, where the hell did I even see this information? But yeah, it's weird. We haven't gotten archive Wave 3, but there's still plenty of figures that we think need to be released in the archive wave. So Justin, why don't you just get us started here and do our number 5 pick. These are in no particular order. These are just figures we think could use a re-release and a little update.
Right. Most of these are from either the orange or blue line. However, we're starting off with a red line figure. Ooh. And that would be KANAN.
KANAN from Star Wars Rebels, of course. Most of you guys know that. But before we were recording, I was recently, I'm sure you guys saw this week, I posted my review of the Black Series Ezra figure. And so I've been really looking at all of my Rebels releases, and all of them still look pretty damn awesome. Ahsoka has a great face sculpt, great paint apps. Hera, again, same thing, good sculpt, great paint apps. Sabine looks awesome if you just keep the helmet on. And Ezra has the wonderful photoreal head. So they all are looking so damn awesome. And then you just kind of look at KANAN, and he just doesn't look that great anymore. He definitely looks like the older era of Star Wars Black Series figures where they just kind of did some sculpting and kind of slapped some paint apps on there. I know mine borderline has googly eyes.
Yeah. I don't think it's a bad figure because I love how the lightsaber can come apart and you have his blaster as well. But if they did re-release KANAN, they could do the updated photoreal head, and then they could also include like the blindfold piece that he wears after he gets blinded.
Yeah,
so
true.
They could have an opportunity to include more accessories as well.
Yeah, and also maybe update the articulation just a little bit, because it is pretty hard for him to hold his lightsaber with both hands, at least in my case. But usually they don't update the articulation that much for the archive wave, so that's wishful thinking. But yeah, I think KANAN would be a really strong contender for an archive release, even though he is a pretty recent figure.
Coming in at number 4 is a pretty old figure. This was a blue line figure. We're talking about HOTH Luke.
Ooh.
You know, it doesn't have to come with the Wampa like it did originally, but I think it'd be cool to get a single carded release for HOTH Luke with the updated photoreal. Because this is like a Luke figure that is not that great. It does not look that great.
Yeah, the face leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. Maybe they could include like a battle damaged face and a non-battle damaged face, perhaps.
Even though it kind of all is battle damage since Mark Hamill got in that car accident.
Right.
But I do like that they tried to add the little blood effect in there in the original release, but the face sculpt is just not very good at all.
Yeah, he's got like those big bags under his eyes. Looks like he's it's Sleepy Luke.
Yep.
Now I would be down for another Wampa release too, because I mean I slept on this set for so long, and now it's actually finally sold out, at least on like Amazon and stuff like that. So it's like $90, $100 now. So I mean I would also be down to get another Wampa.
That is true. You could get the new blade as well with the lightsaber.
Yeah, very true. And Of course, it is still the 40th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back, so it would be a great time to give this guy a re-release. Maybe they'll do a third wave of ESB figures, although I kind of doubt it since everything seems to be getting pushed back further and further.
Right. But, you know, we can only get figures of the movie when it's its 40th anniversary, right, Nate? So it has to be this year. It has to come out this year.
That is very true. So, unfortunately, guys, I called Hasbro. We're canceling all the Attack of the Clones figures coming out because we're going to have to wait until it's the Attack of the Clones 40th anniversary. Otherwise, those figures just aren't relevant. And why buy figures that aren't relevant? That's just stupid. So, coming in at number 3 is another red and black box release, but another release that has quickly become irrelevant and also very expensive, and we're talking about Qui-GON Jinn.
Ooh.
Which, at the time, the figure probably had one of the best faces in the Black Series. They actually did something different with Qui-GON where they kind of put the eyes underneath the face.
Yeah.
As
and
opposed to paint.
Good.
Yeah. At the time, it looked awesome, and I'm pretty sure that's the only figure they ever did that with. It was just kind of like a one and done thing. They were just like, oh, well, there you go. But now with Padawan Obi-Wan and then Maul also having a little photoreal update, he just looks pretty bad now in comparison.
It's just not comparable. And he could come with more accessories. There's always an opportunity to come with more accessories. He could come with the shaver that they use as a communication device. That was really just like a razor of some kind.
True. Or
the poncho.
Right, the poncho or his Jedi robe, either one.
Yep.
I think would be awesome. And maybe the breathing apparatus or something random like that too, but
or like the midi-chlorian count reader where he takes a little blood sample from little Annie.
Right. There's plenty that could be added to Qui-GON, and of course he's a really important character, and like we were saying earlier, he's just shot up in price like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm pretty sure he's in the like $60-$70 range. So
yeah, which is probably a direct result of the Padawan Obi-Wan coming out.
Yeah, true. So it just needs a new release because no one should be paying that much for figures that initially cost $20.
Oh yeah. All right, we're ready to move forward. Coming in at number 2 is a blue line figure, and that would be LEIA. The Boushha bounty hunter disguised look of Leia from Return of the Jedi. But, you know, if it's a Return of the Jedi character, Nate, we have to wait until the 40th anniversary. We can't just get Return of the Jedi figures now. We have to wait.
Cancel the Ewok. Cancel Admiral Akbar. We're going to have to wait 3 more years so that we can get those figures. Because otherwise, what's the point? What's the point?
In all seriousness, it'd be cool to get Boushha Leia, of course, for the photoreal. I mean, I think it looks great just it by itself with the mask on and everything, but we're also kind of looking at it through, like, would be an archive release. So this is an old figure that a lot of people missed out on, including yourself.
Even when a figure is old, like Boushha Leia, and she's accumulated actual value, Hasbro is so good at re-releasing most figures. It's kind of like, you know, I'm gonna buy it, and then as soon as I buy it, they're gonna be like, oh, here's the updated better version for, you know, $40 less.
Yeah. So it's important to take into consideration that we're also thinking about, like, older figures that are harder to get. Not necessarily that they were just, like, horrible figures and they need a re-release. But it's like honestly, demand, and it'd just be nice to get an updated photoreal for Leia.
And honestly, the unmasked head isn't horrible. At least I'm looking at the promo images of Bounty Hunter Leia, but yeah, I mean, still, the photoreal would obviously look 1,000 times better.
Right.
And again, filling out that Jabba's Palace display.
Absolutely.
would be
Need a
very
bib.
nice.
You need a bib.
Yeah. And even though we didn't put this on the list, just a quick mention. Just release Han Solo in Carbonite already.
Absolutely.
He's been stuck as an SDCC exclusive long enough. I think people that have that set they've got their enjoyment out of it, and now it's time for the rest of the people that missed out on that and don't want to pay $250 for just Han Solo and Carbonite.
All right.
It's time to give these people a chance, like me and you.
I'd agree with that, and I can't wait because I think that will happen eventually, and I can't wait for all the college tuition payers out there are gonna get their figure devalued, and they're gonna be raging.
I could see it happening for the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, but would you buy it? What if it was a $20 release and it was just Han Solo and Carbonite?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I would too, 100%, because that would be infinitely cheaper than, paying $250 just to get that version of Han Solo.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he could come with like the thing he hangs on at Jabba's palace or something.
Yep. And that'd be a great figure to go with LEIA. If we could get her in the archive line. And
so that brings us to our last pick for figures we would want to see in Archive Wave 3. And this one is a given. Maybe Hasbro, because we still haven't heard anything about their little tease of doing something similar to like the Marvel Legends Army Builder. So maybe this will happen as an Army Builder thing, but our number one pick would be the Phase 1 Plain Clone Trooper. Ooh. This is a orange line figure. If I had some input, I would also cheat and say do the red and green Phase 1 clones as well.
Yeah, I had a little trouble picking which one I would want. I think it would make more sense to just do the regular white one, because that's the orange release that I have, but I do not have the blue line for the captain and the sergeant, which is the red lines and then the green lines. So of course I would want those, but I think it would make more sense just to do the regular one, since it would be an army builder and Clone Wars is hot right now. Maybe even the regular Phase 2 Clone Trooper, just the white.
Oh yeah.
And I started thinking about that as well, but I still think the Phase 1 regular makes more sense because of the Attack of the Clones figures coming out, and then with Phase 2 clones, they usually belong to like a specific Jedi's Legion, and they usually have like unique paint marking on there in terms of like what Legion they belong to. So you don't really see Phase 2 Clone Trooper, regular, just plain white Phase 2 Clone Troopers in the Clone Wars that much, because they're usually like 212th or 501st or whatever.
It is crazy though, because remember the red one, the captain was fairly inexpensive for a long time, and we both just took big old naps on him.
Mm-hmm.
How is the plain Phase 2 released? Was that in a 4-pack?
Yeah.
Was that the Amazon 4-pack?
Yeah, I believe so.
So I mean, at least he's still like, you could get him for, you have to get two shitty figures with it, but oh yeah, here it is right in front of my face. But you get the 2 crap figures with it, but you get 2 good figures, so it's all about checks and balances.
The other 2 aren't necessarily crap. You can repaint the battle damage Stormtrooper, I guess.
Yeah, true. I'd probably give him the old Sandy treatment. And really, the First Order Stormtrooper, has those shitty elbows.
Yep, but at least you get the regular Phase 1 yellow Clone Commander clone.
Yeah, that is true. I think it would, obviously, the clones just need to come back. They need to stay in circulation. Hasbro could literally be printing money every single day. They keep all the clones, and not just the plain ones, but Rex, Fox, Wolf, Gree, all the Cody, especially Cody. I can't believe the going rate on Cody. I'm so happy that was one of the figures I picked up back in the day. Although Wolf has a pretty insane value at this moment as well too.
Yeah.
And even Rex, which is a figure I literally found at Ollie's bargain outlet bin like 6 months ago for $5. Even him shooting up there. So yeah, that was our list for our 5 figures we'd like to see in the archive wave. Let us know what are some figures you would like to see in the archive wave in the comments down below. Of course, if you enjoyed this episode of Figure It Out, don't forget to leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. We're always talking about action figures, specifically Star Wars The Black Series, but we do a little healthy dose of NECA, and your boy is always chugging out those McFarlane reviews as well. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'm Nate, and I've been joined with Justin.
See you guys later.
And we'll see you guys next time on Out of the Basement.